Great meeting you as well. How's your day going?
So everything is great. It's perfect. Very busy with all the appointment setting, creating all of the necessary material. How about you? So welcome to the broadcast, Share Your Life Story Experience. And this broadcast is created on the basis of a strategy, storytelling, based of real life stories. So because all the changes, they are starting so with sharing a life story. So tell us more about you. Who are you? What are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Isatel Dutra. I'm a born and raised Southern California girl, so I am spoiled forever with warm weather and the beach. I've been blessed to be able to spend many months in Europe, in Southeast Asia. I love travel. I love the beach. And I know, like many of you have been wired as an entrepreneur. We know the 9-to-5 career was not for us, and really wanted to build our life by design and not by default. So I've really, throughout the almost about 10 years now, since being let go from my first job out of college, I started being an entrepreneur with network marketing. And like many people, especially in network marketing in the US, you stumble and fail forward many times over. And you find what you like, what you don't like, what plans work for you, how you can do better. And, in the last few years, after sitting at the feet of many 7-figure, 8-figure, not only network marketing coaches, but online marketing coaches, I've really learned that it comes down to 4 keys that you have to master if you really want to be in that position and really making a greater impact, influence, and income. And it's the mindset, the automation the right way. So I primarily teach my clients how to automate their organic marketing, how to automate their lead generation directly into their DMs, getting their dream clients delivered to their DMs while they're out having their coffee. They're spending time with their kids. They're not having to be in front of the computer all day, every day. The social media skills and the systems. And
online, digital skills. I think that these are the most difficult problems for all the coaches, because they are coaches but they don't have the necessary skills for digital marketing, how to set up, how to publish all the content, and how to present it to the world.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. How is your experience from the beginning? What were you struggling with from the beginning?
I have to kind of take it back to the beginning, because I have just learned to be very resourceful, be an overcomer, figure out whatever I need to make happen to get to that next level. I'm actually considered legally blind. So I have enough vision to do most things but drive. So I think from an early age and being raised by a powerful single mother, I've learned the power of finding resources to help you get to where you need to be, or to compensate for maybe where you're lacking. And again, what I've learned and what's got me to this point is all the failures or all the setbacks that I experience in network marketing. I wanted to learn and master how to really grow online, because again, I would go and do vendor events where I'd literally lug up my huge cart full of products to go do vendor events 2-3 hours away by bus. But I really wanted to create that bigger influence, not only within a company, but beyond one company or another online, and be able to do so where I can be able to impact and share and connect with other women in Asia, in Europe, around the world. And it's not just about a product, but really giving them the resourceful tools to succeed and excel. So again, these last couple of years, it's just been small yes after yes after yes. I invested in a coach, which I love the community. It was such an alignment with what I wanted and where I was going. And that really opened up the door for much more growth. From that community, I learned more about funnels and funnel building. And I got into an affiliate software program where I would refer a software and I would make a percentage back from it. And I actually made quite a bit more money with that than I did with, selling $10 mascaras or, $20 face creams.
Yeah.
Because the bigger the solution, the bigger the paycheck. The more people you can help with a bigger solution, everybody wins. And from being in that software community, I connected with somebody that brought me into what I do now, which is the automated lead generation software. And again, this is helping people drive more organic traffic to their groups, to their their funnels. And now it actually has everything in one. It has the funnels, it has everything you need digitally to really grow and scale your business. And so it's just one yes after another, learning to master each software so I can be able to go back and share and help others do the same.
Yeah, so I love what you are sharing with us because it's very impressive. I have talked with many coaches around the world, and so many of them, they are scared. Like they want to grow, but they don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
They are not focused on the growth, but they are focused on their shortcoming. So, and in your opinion, so what is the key secret to create massive impact around the world?
Know who you're intrinsically called to. Who is your dream client? And once you know who your dream client is, and you start projecting that on your Facebook profile, having an optimized Facebook profile. If I didn't have an optimized Facebook profile, we may not have been connected, because Veronica would look at my profile and she'd be able to tell, okay, this is somebody I want to connect with. This is somebody I don't. She may see me as a, expert and coach, or she may just see me, okay, she's just another mom. She's just another woman. She's just, okay, she, might be somebody that could benefit from the group. But really, when you have your Facebook profile optimized for your dream client, and you know how to start up genuine conversations and seeing how you can provide value to that person, not with your paid product right off the bat, but ideally, if you have a Facebook group that's helping address a problem and it's free, valuable content and training, you can start off that relationship by offering this free, resources to help them grow and build up that know, like, and trust factor.
Yeah, and something which is essential so to grow the businesses from the scratch, because there is a huge lack, I think, of knowledge, first of knowledge and second of confidence. And what do you think? So what is holding back the people to take action, or what was in your situation? So the lack of confidence, lack of knowledge, or something else?
You know what, we may try to compare ourselves to somebody else. We're like, oh, they have so much more success than I am, I shouldn't be a coach. Or, oh, so and so is at this higher level, I'm only down here, I can't provide any value. But guess what, you're 5 steps ahead, 3 steps ahead, 2 steps ahead from somebody else that was in your place 4 months ago, 5 months ago. So knowing that you have something valuable to share with others, and that if you don't share what your gifting is, what you've grown from, and what you've gotten to, you may be hindering that person from growing into who they're called to be. And that's on you. Like, you don't know how many people you're going to impact by just stepping out, sharing what you do know. Don't focus on what you don't know yet. Share on what you do and see how you can help others. If you're gifted with tech, share what you learn with tech. If you're gifted with communicating with friends, or connecting with people over Facebook Live, there's coaching for that. So just focus in on what you thrive in, what you're great at, and just share it with people. It might just be some free Facebook Live sharing, content videos, but then somebody will ask you, hey, do you actually privately coach on that? That's an area where I'm really struggling, and that's how you can be able to grow your business. Another aspect of it, which I covered, is a mindset. Especially for me, because I have endured a lot of trauma and some sexual abuse and things from my past. I had a lot of lies that I believed, a lot of shame, a lot of feeling like I wasn't good enough. And if we can say all the what's it called? We can say all the positive things to ourselves, affirmations, but if our heart isn't healed, if our heart and soul isn't healed, it's like cutting off flowers, but the roots are still growing back up. It's the mindset is really connected to the heart, and the more you're able to bring healing and restoration to the heart, it's going to show up in the right mindset in how we show up for the world, because we've learned to seek, like, to shine a light on those lies, shine on the areas that need healing and actually experience the healing and breakthrough. It's going to bring a lot more better results in all that we do. And I've had to go through quite a bit of journey in heart healing and breakthrough, and I've seen a huge difference in my mindset.
Yes, what I realized along the years that every single human being is going through difficult times. It doesn't matter how rich the person is or how poor the person is, but every single human being has experienced difficult situations. And I think that what we have to realize that this is a part of our life which belongs to our experience, and that it contributes as well so to the forming of our personality. And the pain that, or the frustrations that we are feeling within us. So there are the emotions that we are associating with something that was important to us, and depends on how important was that situation so to us, so deep can be so the frustration and the pain. Even if I'm an NLP certified practitioner, like I'm as well a human being, and I have been there, so I have been struggling as well as every one of us, and it means that I should go through to learn so my lessons, to gain the experience, because I think, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, that we need to go through to acquire the necessary experience. Because if you don't have experience, how can you transform the life of another people, right?
That's so true. You go through, things happen to you, but when you have the mindset, like, I'm going to turn this around for my good, all things work together for those who trust and know that, they're called for a greater purpose. So when we've experienced trauma, when we've experienced hardships, and we learn to not stay as a victim, but learn how to overcome, we can actually be used as liberators to set others free, to help show them, hey, you know what? I've been where you're at. Let me show you the steps I've actually used, the heart healing, the the mindset, that work that's been able to get me to the other side of this and stronger than before.
Yes, how about relationships? Because you know what I was wondering about, and probably it sounds very weird, but what I realized that many coaches, in generally from the start, they don't know how to build up a relationship with another people. And like I was wondering, I was observing all this process on social media, and because you are a social media marketing expert, so I would like to ask you, so what do you recommend the people, how to build the relationship with the audience, with the prospects, so online?
Yeah, so really it's knowing what to post. There's 4 or 5 main things that you should post that again are going to get engagement. And maybe, for a little while you're building up the algorithm on Facebook where, you may feel like it's just crickets, nobody's seeing your stuff, but just keep posting each day, learn how to improve each day on what you're sharing. And you never know, one post may impact so many people where there's 50 people responding back to your post. And then that gives you an opportunity to message them and say, hey, thank you so much for commenting on my post. Tell me more about why you, commented about that. So it's really being able to break the ice and get conversations and community flowing. So there's entertaining. It's sharing, something of value that's like something funny that happened during the day, or maybe if you do TikToks, because coaches can do TikToks and still be professional and have a little fun. We're not just robots where we have no emotions, no fun, like showing the fun side of you. Be able to educate, share what you're learning, share what you've overcome. It's going to help you lift up that expert factor, and people are like, oh, I didn't know that. Hey, she knows a lot about this area. Maybe I should connect with her. You can engage. People love sharing their opinions, posting on your timeline. What is your favorite podcast lately? What book are you reading? What are you doing to beat, cabin fever? What are, people love to share their opinion. I get many comments on that. So just being able to connect with people, even on posts. And then what I teach people with my automation software is really how to find your dream client in a group where all your dream clients are, and just start up a conversation asking them about themselves. Learning the skill of conversation back and forth. Again, seeing if there's something of value that could help that person, and growing your Facebook audience. When you go live, when you post, that person that you connected with will start seeing more of your posts. And as you're sharing your group, as you're sharing more value, it's gonna have more people that have the opportunity to see what you do and connect with you or join your.
Yeah, and what do you think about how to get followers? Because now we have thought about to build up a relationship on social media, but how to get as much possible followers, because what we have to realize, together, before we will get engagement, we have to get followers, right?
Yes. So the software I use, maybe I can even demonstrate it. I find Facebook groups where, again, a lot of my dream clients are. So maybe it's like a business women's group or coaches group, or I connect with a lot of women of faith, because faith and spirituality, my relationship with God is very important to me. I know others, they might have a relationship with, their spirituality may be different things, but for me, a lot of the women I work with, and the heart healing I do is centered around God. So I go to maybe Christian women coaches groups, and just, again, the software can automate sending a friend request and sending a message to them while I'm away from the computer. When you message people, all they want to know is, who are you? How did you find me? And what do you want? So when you answer those questions in Messenger, and you're growing your audience by sending a friend request, they're going to look at your profile. If it's optimized for success, they may join your group. They might ask you more about what you do, but it's opening that door to expanding your Facebook friends list, and eventually your Facebook group, as you're building more one-on-one connections with your dream clients.
Yes, what I observed the last time, that the more information I share about myself, but about my struggles and about my growth as well, so the more people, they are sending me to join requirements to join my Facebook groups, because I'm hosting 2 Facebook groups. And why? Because many people, so like, they are wondering why, how can you hosting 2 Facebook groups? And one of my Facebook group I called Business Actions Accelerator, which is created as well on the basis of a strategy, how to accelerate your actions, your personal actions, but as well in your business. So how to grow your business. And the second one I called Share Your Life Story, or Design Your Life Story, sorry. And Design Your Life Story, so it's created as well on the basis of a strategy, how to design your life story to grow your business, because everything starts with sharing a story, like we are doing actually. So that's, I think, that the people have to realize, because if you don't connect with the people, if you don't share value with each other, how can you grow? What do you think about?
Yeah, it's building up that know, like, and trust factor. Some people are so private, but you don't, like, my life has been transformed by somebody else's story. My journey of healing and overcoming past trauma would not have started as soon as it did had I not heard somebody else's story. If you are afraid to share your story, it might be an indicator, hey, I may need more mindset and heart healing to be able to overcome any past shame or guilt or fear, and get to that place where you are healed, so you can be able to share your experience with others. Because every time we share our story, it gives hope that, hey, you know what? That person has been transformed. I want to know what they did to be able to transform their life and get from, being full of shame and fear and guilt and not feeling like they're good enough, to inspiring and impacting many other women or many other people out there. I want to know because success leaves clues. So that it's people, as they hear your story, they're gonna want to know more about how you got to that point, and how would they know unless you shared your story?
Yes, in my opinion, so I think that we should go more live as well, and we should share more personal stories as well, even our struggles, because that's exactly what is triggering, I think, the interest of the people, because I'm a single mom, so I'm a woman first of all, so like all the women around the world. And I noticed that many of the women, so they don't they don't have the courage to share everything. I was one of these women as well, because I'm an introvert. What I'm gonna tell now, it can sound so very weird, because many years ago, when I discovered the passion for coaching, I was not used to share. Like, my mindset was like, this is my personal life, so it belongs to me, and I don't want to share with another people. And exactly this shift, so this changement of my mindset has cost me really a lot of money and time as well, but struggling with myself, with my internal changings, because everything is from our soul and our mind. And so to me, this was the most difficult struggle what I have been facing, so from the beginning, because it was very, very difficult to share with the world, so my experience and everything, like even my struggles. Now I'm used to do this. Still, sometimes, like, I'm thinking, oh, should I share this or no? And then and then I'm realizing so that it's very effectful if I'm gonna share such information, or if I'm gonna post something which is useful for the people, because it's not only about us, but it's about the people that we want to impact, to attract. So how do you attract your ideal client?
And really, I go through a whole workbook with my clients, but really seeing who was I 5 years ago, who was I 3 years ago, what all have I overcome, what are like some of the natural tendencies. Like, I'm very driven, I'm willing to overcome and do whatever it takes. So I'm not typically gonna want to attract the person that stays in that victim mentality and the woe is me, but is willing to be relentless about doing whatever it takes to grow, to heal, to improve. Like, you said you're an introvert, and there's a lot of amazing speakers that are introverts, but because they choose to label themselves introverted, they think, oh, well, they limit themselves. Like, oh, well, or they give themselves an excuse. Oh, because I'm introverted, I can't do X, Y, and Z. No, that's just no more limiting ourselves and holding back from the fullness of how we're created and who we're created to serve. Again, because I go deeply into heart healing and healing of past traumas, memories, lies. Again, I know I usually connect more with at least women who are open to going deeper in that heart, in that relationship with the creator, with the spirit of wisdom. But if there's like, I know women, so many women that have amazing coaching programs, but they don't know how to market themselves, or they just think, oh, I just need to spend all this money on Facebook ads. They spend thousands of dollars and they're not getting any leads. It's like, no, there's a better way. Let me help you with that. So when you know what you solve, what you're for, what you're against, it's going to help you to shape who your dream client is and who you want to attract with your profile, with your group, and with what you post.
Yes. How about the client avatars? Because today I have had a conversation with an amazing guy. He's incredible intelligent, because when I asked him, what do you provide? So who is your niche and what is your solution? When he started to tell me really a very long list, then I realized the fact that he's struggling. Because it's too much.
Yeah.
There isn't clarity.
Right.
He said, oh, I'm solving this problem. I'm providing leadership and management coaching, and then personal financial management and digital marketing. And I asked him, do you have 3 niches and 3 strategies? He said, no. Then how do you provide this? And here, when you start the conversation, it was by messenger. Yes. So when you start the conversation with the people, you understand. But the most weird is that they are rejecting the truth. The mindset, that's exactly what you mentioned. Everything it's about mindset, and you should accept to be helped. Because I said to him, I don't want to charge anything. I'm trying to help you out here. To give you clarity about what you are doing. And he was still rejecting, but anyway, he accepted to be my guest for this broadcast, and then we will talk more about. So please. So you wanted to say something?
I mean, that could, if you're not willing to be teachable and coachable, that's an ego issue.
Yes,
that's an ego issue. But if you try to reach everyone, you reach no one. There's people like women. Like, I know I connected with a woman who sells some type of bra and undergarments for women. So all women are my clients. I'm like, no, not all women are. There's a very type of clientele that are willing to spend $60, $70, $80, $90 on an undergarment that have that additional disposable income. Are they working from home, or are they out and about now? It's narrowing down who your dream client is, so you get a more laser target precision. Because when you know how to shoot straight to reach one target, you can aim towards that target every time. But if you don't have a target, you're never going to have any chance of hitting it. And that's how important it is to know your dream client, who you love to work with. What are the personality traits? Maybe they're a single mom as well. Maybe they've overcome hardships. Maybe they were raised by a single mom, so they know all too well the what it's like, as the difficulties of raising up children alone, or somebody who loves what they do, but they don't know anything about business. Maybe they're a little bit older, so technology kind of escaped them. So the clearer you get about your ideal client, the more easier it's gonna be able to call them out by name and what you post, where you post, and growing your group with those dream clients.
I think that another issue what are facing, so the most coaches, that they don't know where to find their ideal clients. So because I have interviewed really many coaches, public speakers, therapists, mentors around the world, and so they asked me, but where do you find your ideal client? So this is a very interesting question. What do you think? Well,
I like I said before, I use a software, and I would even love to demonstrate it or show it to you, because I have templates created or scripts created to connect with my ideal client. I go inside a Facebook group. Say, for example, one of my dream client avatars is Christian women coaches, because again, we can relate on that spiritual heart level, but I connect with all other women coaches as well, but it's just finally tuning that area. So I can go inside that group where all those dream clients are, and have the software send out the friend request, send out the messages, and in conversation see, okay, maybe they're just getting started and they don't even have an offer yet. Or maybe, they've been in business for a few years, but they're not getting enough clients because they don't know organic marketing strategies and they don't want to spend money on ads. So being able to start up conversations with your dream client when you know how to find them in specific Facebook groups and get them into your messenger, and just getting to know them and seeing what are they struggling with, what kind of coaching do they do, what kind of business do, or if you have things in common that your group can share, help them with, building up that know, like, and trust factor, asking them about themselves, getting to know them. Then you said, hey, you know what, I would love to support you in any way I can. I offer this free Facebook group where I help coaches be able to streamline their systems and be able to get more leads, more clients in less time. May I invite you as my guest? So really harnessing the power of Facebook groups and knowing how to strategically start up those conversations where you're not having to do it all manually. You're not having to manually send the friend request, send the message, and then 80% of the time they ghost you or don't see the message. Or you can leverage it so you get more time for yourself, and then you come back to your computer after clicking a couple buttons and there's 5-10 people responding back to you in Messenger.
Yes, how about the software? So why so the coaches should use a software on their social media?
Well,
a software, because you are a social media marketing coach, and so you mentioned that you are using a software, all right, through which you created templates, messages to attract your ideal client. What is that exactly? Correct. Could you tell more about?
Yeah, so let me find a group. So like, for example, I'll use your group as an example here. I don't normally do this with a lot of groups because again, I narrow down and niche down into a specific group. But I'm going to show you how the software works. And because if your friends list is niched down with a lot of your ideal clients, again, for me, it might be a lot of women coaches, faith-based, or just very heart-driven women. When I go to suggested friends, I can even use the software to just use the suggested friends feature and automate sending friend requests from there. So you can, not have to necessarily farm a Facebook group, but if your friends list is so niche down with your dream client, you can literally just grow your audience with the suggested friends feature. But let me show you right now if I can. Okay. So say, for example, I'm in your group, or maybe I'm trying to grow my own group, and I want to send a message to people in my group. So I want to, say, hey, thank you for being a part of my group. I'd love to know more about what you're wanting to learn from our group. I can send that message to all new people in my group. So you see here, say I'm just using your group as an example. I could have a tag. So here I can choose from the admin or the moderators, members with things in common, or new to the group. So if you want to have this run for your own group and you want to send a message to the new people, you can do that. You can select this one, or I like selecting members with things in common, because when I go to members with things in common, we tend to have a lot of friends and mutual friends. And when you have a lot of mutual friends, it's easier to build that connection, build that bridge. Because if you have 50 friends in common, you know you're kind of the same mindset, the same Facebook groups, and it's easier to connect with people. So for this one, since I have a tag specifically set up for one group or another, I'm just going to use suggested friends, just because I have a template set up for that. That's not group specific. And I'm going to show you the software real quick. I let it run. I'll do send 3 messages, but really imagine doing 25 of these at a time. Because each message is slightly different, Facebook is not going to say, hey, you're sending copy and paste messages all day, we need to stop you from messaging, or it sends it every 25 to 30 seconds. So the software is made to mimic human behavior. So I click start, and it's going to go through and find members with things in common. And then, at the end of it, I can go to my messenger and I'm going to have tags for, suggested friends or with a specific Facebook group. So I can go back and follow up with people with that specific color-coded tag. Or say you have one for your group, or you have all the members of your group in with one specific tag, you can actually send a broadcast message to all those people in that tag and say, hey, just want to let you know I'm doing this free training event today. I would love to invite you as my guest, my group. And you don't have to manually send out each message. And you can see here, it's going to send them a friend request and a message, and I'm not doing it. It's manually running. So again, when you learn to maximize automation and systems, you can have this generating leads directly for you. And you don't have to hire a VA unless you don't want to. You don't have to spend money with ads. And you can get very targeted with your ideal client avatar within a group, or maybe followers of a specific business page. But again, as you're niching down your friends list to your ideal client avatar, I can just do this with the suggested friend feature. And even if I didn't join another group, I could just go through suggested friends, connect with the people where you have 20, 30, 40 friends in common. And, likely we're in the same groups, or likely we're, kind of both coaches or entrepreneurs.
This is amazing. I think that this is an aha momentum for many coaches.
Yes.
So when the people will watch our broadcast, I think that it's like a miracle for them.
Right. It truly is. And I do have a free basic version of the software where it just lets you connect with new members of a group. So if you'd like, I can just, give that free version of it. But really, again, this is helping you be able to have leverage, to have more momentum in your organic marketing, and without, compromising your time.
Yeah, it's amazing. So sincerely, so I have as well experience in online marketing, maybe not on a such advanced level like you, but I have, and I'm selecting out all the time. So the people whom I have something in common, so by the same way who you date just now. Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's not only to use Facebook like a lead generator, but it's as well to having something in common which attracts as well so our ideal client. I mean, our mindset, our services, products, and so on.
So let me show you right here. So normally when I go through my friend requests, say you have 50 friend requests and you want to be able to send a message to all the people that are requesting to be a friend.
Mhm.
Well, so for me, I kind of connect with like 90% women. If it's a guy, I look at their profile. I see, okay, are we in the same community? So I think him and I are kind of in the best, spiritual entrepreneurship community. So, I'll manually confirm his friend request, but maybe I'm not going to send him a message right away.
Mhm.
But say I have, again, your profile is going to attract your ideal client. So I have a couple ladies here who may be my ideal client and they're coming to me. So what I'm going to do and see, let me see here. Friend requests. So this person's Sumit Roberts. I don't know. So maybe he's in our group. But what I do is normally when I'm accepting friend requests, they're women. So my message when I accept a friend request is, hey, thanks for accepting my friend, or thanks for friend request. I love connecting with like-minded women. I wouldn't necessarily send that to him. But I would send him like something a little bit different. So maybe for this one, let me see. I just want to use an example. Okay. And again, so this is an example, you're friends with them, but they don't really post anything about themselves. And if you're not posting anything, if your Facebook profile is not optimized, why do I want to get to know you? You have to think about what in your profile, what is in it for the other person. If I know very little about you and you're not really posting much, you just have a link here, I don't really, there's no interest in me wanting to get to know you right off the bat, unless you connect with me, you're engaging on my posts. I really don't know why I want to accept a friend request. So that's the power of optimizing your Facebook profile. So let me get out of here because I want to make sure when I send these messages, it's going to the right friend requests. So let me see here. Let me remove that. Sometimes it just takes a minute to remove these, but so I'll create a tag here, new friends, and then I'll do the first three, and I might have to unsend the one to Sumit because Facebook didn't remove him off of my pending friend requests. But imagine being able to automate accepting friend requests and sending them a message to people. So let me do that right now. I have to re-log into messenger.com. So the thing is with the software, I know the owners of the software company, and they've worked at ClickFunnels since day one in research and development. So they know everything there is to know really about online marketing at an expert level. So being a part of the software community, I'm able to, let me see what's going on here. Sometimes there's a little bit of delay with Zoom. I'm able to learn more strategies and grow as that expert as I'm reselling the software, as I'm a part of the software community. Oh, I forgot to choose a tag. That's why. So really, when you say yes to, using the software, trying it, being a software reseller or affiliate, it gives you a lot more access to people who are a lot more successful than you. I'm going to cancel this message I send to them, but it really opens so many more doors for you as an entrepreneur, as a coach. And, I connect with people that, are coaches themselves and they want to offer this software as a part of their coaching bundle or their package, because everyone can give information and knowledge, but who is really out there giving software for free as a part of their package?
There are not so many coaches who are able to do this, I think.
Yeah. So again, I connect with other coaches who package this into their programs, and then we have a funnel builder and a whole software suite that connects with this. So we're able to help clients get a lot more organized and strategic. So like with Angela, it's going to accept her friend request and send her a message. So really, it's giving you your time back. It's getting you more of your ideal clients in your Facebook, looking at your Facebook profile, and then being able to start up the conversation and inviting them to your group. So these are just a couple of the features. And then it's a whole CRM in your messenger. So you can be able to schedule follow-ups. You can write notes about the person. And there's so much more that you can do in your Facebook Messenger.
But I think that many people in generally don't know how to use Messenger. For example, I know so many tools how to use them, especially my Facebook group, how to teach the people as well, the many tools that are very useful to me as a coach. Yeah.
Yes.
But lead generation through Messenger, I have discovered so along the time, and I'm doing the same like you. Like I'm so sorry for the people that I'm deleting. So their friend requests. There are some of them, but I'm gonna delete the friend requests as well because I don't see value.
Yeah.
I cannot grow with them. Like, so I love people whom I can grow together.
Yes. If you only have a certain number of seats available, you want to fill as many of those seats with your dream client that you can connect with easier, that are, you're able to give value to. And I love everybody, but I don't want to be friends with everybody on Facebook. We can't be friends with, 5,000 people on Facebook. So let me get out of here because I already accepted his. And then I'll just show you real quick what it looks like. So really, when you're in Messenger, with the first day, you're not trying to add them. You're not trying to give them an offer yet. You're not trying to do all these things. You just want to be able to connect with them first. You want to be able to, just get to know them and build rapport, which is, again, it's going to help build up that know, like, and trust factor with them. So just asking them questions about themselves. People love to talk about themselves. If you're willing to ask the questions, and you reciprocate. So I could, talk to Veronica. I'm like, oh, Veronica, I see you're from Amsterdam. I've, I got to visit there about 15 years ago. I'm 37 now. I love it. Like, have you been able to travel much this year? Like, talking a little bit about yourself, but asking them a question, and it should be a back and forth conversation. So you can share a little bit about yourself, but then asking a question so the conversation keeps going. So there is some rapport building, but eventually in your posting, in just connection, you can be able to say, hey, I see we're both, Christian women coaches, or we're both, heart-driven women coaches. I have this free group where I teach how to do A, B, and C. So instead of sending the invite button, which I much rather be open to joining somebody's group when they actually take the time to invite me, like tell me, hey, I have this free group where I'm showing people how to do A, B, and C. Can I invite you as my guest? I get so many people that say yes, but it's actually gotten annoying when people just use the invite button without starting up a conversation first. Yes. I just think I'm a number in their group.
Yes, that's exactly why I asked you how to build a relationship on social media, because the most of the people they are struggling with, they don't know how to build the relationship, because I'm receiving really hundreds of offers immediately, but it doesn't work, because what I'm telling to the people that I want really to build up a relationship. I want to know more about them, who they are, what they are doing in their life, what values do they have, what could they share with me, and then from then on, then I can offer something. So now, if they really are interested in what I'm doing, then I can share that with them.
Absolutely. So here in Messenger here, now you see I have all these color-coded tags. I have new friends, suggested friends, and so I can actually change this tag. So like say, Charisse, maybe I say I realize she's an online business owner. I have a tag for online business, and I can move her to that tag so that I can follow up with everyone who's in that tag, like, hey, you know, I know you're building a business online. I'm offering a free training on how to get more leads to grow your business. You know, would you like a free invitation? Or, you know, say I'm connecting with her and she says, you know what, I'm out of town this week. Can you follow up with me next week? I can actually create an event to follow up with her next week. So I don't forget and I don't let people fall through the cracks. I remember to follow up and connect with them. So there's power here in organizing so you can effectively serve as many people as possible.
Okay, so it's very interesting. One question more. How can people, coaches, keep in touch with you? So if they want to hire you as a coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they can just connect with me on Facebook. I make it pretty easy. You know, send me a friend request, send me a message. I'd love to know who is from this community that wants to connect with me. And then, you know, again, get to know them more. And I have the free, like I said, the free basic version of the software. And I have other, you know, the software community that I'm a part of, they get access to it as well when they try the free basic version. And then from there, getting to know more about what do they want, what do they need, you know, what are their goals, and see how I can be able to help them further as a coach.
Thank you so much, Isabella. So it's an amazing broadcast because we have shared so many things together and values, and so the way who we are, so what we have learned, what we have been going through, so difficult times, and it's amazing. This is exactly so how we can build our relationship with each other, and I love it. Thank you as well so for your time and for your valuable knowledge, because it's an aha momentum, I think, for many of the coaches. I think that many coaches will discover so these tools in Facebook and Messenger, because I know exactly that many of them don't know how to use that. Me, even if I have some experience through Messenger, I discovered as well. So small things that they are very useful, what I have seen right now. So I want to thank you so much. I appreciate you. And so I see you soon. Take care.